Baylor big man Josh Ojianwuna has hit the transfer portal. It seems like it comes on the heels of Baylor adding a couple mid-major bigs and Jeslyn Bodo from High Point and Caden Powell from Rice. I don't know if it's something where Ojianwuna saw the writing on the wall and thought he needed to get out of there. To me, Dion, it doesn't really make sense to me. Like, he's a play finisher type. You said this before we started recording. All he's done throughout his career is dunked. That's what he's in there to do. He crashes the offensive glass, gives you somewhat of a defensive presence in the paint. But yeah, like to me, you know if Baylor's going to have one thing, it's gonna be dynamic guards, and for his skill set, I was thinking a little bit of like just know what you are and play off of those guys. But yeah, maybe it was something where Baylor was looking to recruit over him, which I think you could make that argument just by looking at some of their additions. But what do you make of a John Winna in the portal?
I think from a Baylor perspective, they felt like they needed more out of the
Mhm.
big man position than dunking. Probably more so defensively than anything.
Yeah.
Uh, it's like you said, he doesn't provide like a lot defensively. If your
Mhm.
offensive game is going to be so limited, got to be special on the other end, right? Um, so I think from a Baylor perspective, they just needed more. I think from a John Wuna, no shot. I said that correctly. Josh. Uh, from
Big
Josh's
Josh.
perspective, uh, you need the opportunity to show you could do more too. By the way, like I'm looking at Scott Drew, like big dog. Hey, let me cook a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you didn't let me do much besides dunk the ball. I'm here. So like let me go somewhere where I can show I can do more. I need a little bit more opportunity than I think he was given at Baylor.
We interrupt this sleepers video to talk directly to you, our loyal listener. Have you ever found yourself watching us two idiots thinking, hey, I wish there was a very easy, small way for me to show a token of my appreciation for all of their hard work on all these videos I love to watch? Well, now we have just the way to do that.
Thanks to the beautiful folks over at Underdog Fantasy. They are helping us out this month, presenting a lot of the content coming out this month, giving you a chance with a amazing offer that you can use using our promo code that Gregory will tell you more about.
Yeah, so college hoop season's over, but we got like big time golf tournaments. The NBA playoffs are coming. Baseball season's underway. There's still a bunch of sports on. There's still a bunch of ways to play with Underdog Fantasy. Promo code SLEEPERS. As a new customer, you can get up to 1,000 bonus credits plus a free pick. It's one of the most fun ways to play. It's a great way to support us. And on some actual like non-ad read stuff, talking genuinely here, really helps us because if Underdog loves us, if we get a lot of people to sign up, they're going to help us continue to bring you the content that you love. Show your support. Join Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code SLEEPERS. Get up to $1,000 in bonus credits and a free pick.
I think that's fair. I don't know, man. He's about to be a senior. I'm like, if you haven't shown it yet, like, are you ever going to? Like his here's a good stat for you, Dion. He attempted 79 shots last year. Only six of them came further than 7 feet further. Excuse me, came 7 feet. I'm botching this. He took, let me try this again. He took 79 shots last year. All but six came within 7 feet from the basket. And yeah, like, do you think you got a mid-range game or something? You want to step out and shoot a little bit?
Maybe. We don't know.
Yeah,
We don't know.
maybe.
That's my thing. We don't know. All I'll say about it is if you need the opportunity to show you can do more from time to time. If you're Josh, sometimes if you say you mentioned he's a senior, if he hasn't shown it yet, like he doesn't have it. If he was in the NBA, we would say he hasn't even come close to cracking his ceiling yet. It's
Mhm.
the same idea to me. The only difference is you don't have the same level of development coaches around you, I guess. So maybe it's not quite the same idea at all. But if it's if a 21, 22-year-old in the NBA hasn't even come close to cracking their ceiling, how is a 21, 22-year-old college player a finished product,
I
right?
guess that's fair, but I don't know, man. I'm just like, even looking at some of these additions, like I get like Jeslyn Bodo Bodo. He was someone the haters won't believe this is real. The haters don't believe that Riz knows mid-major basketball. Bodo Bodo was someone I was exceptionally high on during his freshman year at High Point. He was like this defensive menace who was super mobile on the perimeter and blocked a ton of shots and was just a physical beast. And I think a lot of people expected him to take a step forward this upcoming or this past season. And again, like I don't think he attempted a single shot. He attempted two shots further than 7 feet from the basket. Like he's arguably more limited offensively than Ojianwuna is, or at least as much. Caden Powell's kind of the same way, unless you really just think Bodo Bodo is going to completely elevate your defense. And I think there's a world where that happens. You know, you think about like that Baylor team that won the national championship. They relied so much on Jonathan Tchamwa Tchatchoua to just do all the dirty work, and he was like the linchpin of that no middle defense that teams couldn't figure out that entire season that, you know, when they were healthy, they were straight locking opponents up. So maybe that's the mindset here where Drew was looking to upgrade. Like, I don't know. I just, to me, I'm just like, does this really make sense to leave somewhere where you've developed, where you only have 1 year left, and it seems like you would have a pretty projectable role? Uh, I guess there
I
is,
don't think he had a projectable role.
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
thing. I think they recruited over him.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I need to be easy on Josh. Just this whole thing doesn't make sense to me where it's like, dude, you're Baylor. You're supposed to have those Chip and Joanna Gaines bags, and like you're kicking out Josh Ojianwuna and just bringing in like taller Josh Ojianwunas.
I think if your argument is you're upset who they brought in, sure.
Okay,
Uh,
that I
but
think
I
that's the
do think
conclusion
it's
I'm getting to.
I think it's clear with the decisions they made. Like this kid was going into his senior year, finished product, according to Riley, by the way, cooked product. Uh, 22 years old, cooked. But going into his senior year without a role, and that's the beauty of the transfer portal is
Yeah, for
if you're
sure.
Baylor, you were like, hey, we got this kid going into his senior year. The only thing we've seen him do in practice or games is dunk. Let's go get somebody else. If you're Josh, John Uno, you're like, hey, by the way, you only told me to dunk. I'm about to go somewhere else and show you I can do more than that. So I would love to see wherever he goes. Hopefully, it's a team that's on Baylor's schedule.
Josh O revenge season coming.
West Virginia, Country Roads, Josh. Country Roads. We play him twice.
Hit him up.